The Office of Victim Services and Justice Grants works to develop, coordinate, and fund services that enhance public safety, that improve the administration of justice, and that creates a continuum of care for victims of crime, youth, and their families throughout the district. Most of my career I've spent actually working in the victim services field, focusing on issues primarily around stalking, sexual violence, domestic violence, and dating violence. Most recently, I worked with the National Center for Victims of Crime as the director of the National Stalking Resource Center. I think one of the strengths that I bring is that I have strong background within the victim services field and have advocated and done work around victims' issues on a local, state, and national level for many years, and can bring that perspective of what some of the best and promising practices are from across the country to the district and build on the amazing work that's already happening here in the district. For me, our office, part of my vision is both looking at that victim services component, but also the work that we're doing around juvenile justice and work with incarcerated and returning citizens, many of whom, in fact, most of whom we know also have victimization histories. One of the things that I'm actually enjoying very much now, I've lived in the district for almost 11 years, but my last job had me traveling extensively. And so I feel like in many ways, since I've joined the Office of Victim Services and Justice Grants, I have a newfound opportunity to really explore DC. I live in Southwest. I think there's a lot happening in Southwest right now. I like spending a lot of time down there, down on the water, going to Nationals games, and just spending time on the mall, going to the museums and seeing the many things that we have here. I'm originally from Chicago. I spent most of my life living in Illinois, both in the Chicago and Chicago area, and then also Central Illinois. I think the best advice that I ever received actually came from work that I did before I really started this career. So in school I studied anthropology and did some work in that field, and really it's a field that gears you towards observing and listening and learning before you act, before you jump in. And so I think that has served me really well in terms of trying to gather as much information as possible, hear from many different voices, really get an understanding of what the issues are, get a sense of the lay of the land before jumping in and taking action. The most valuable lesson that I received from a parent or a teacher, I think, would be that don't be afraid to ask questions and don't be afraid to ask for help.